This is live severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Stand by as all of our network streaming channels join our broadcast. This live stream is made possible by Randolph County Animal Shelter, Southern Pressed Cleaners and Market, Derek Farr for Randolph County Sheriff, Anchor Roofing, Salem Auction House, the 19th Hole at Cider Ridge, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, Southern Union State Community College, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, The Oaks, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Donnie Grant Jr. for Sheriff Randolph County, Fincher Fence Company, the venue at 5 Points Farms, Jeff Monroe for Alabama House District 37, and N&W Locks. From the Alpha Severe Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
All right, good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Let's go straight to the radar. We've got a tornado warning that's just been issued for the city of Montgomery. This is a dangerous, life-threatening situation that's unfolding in the capital city of Montgomery. This is going to be for a severe thunderstorm that is just to the west of Montgomery. If you know anyone who lives in the Montgomery area, you want to give them a call and make sure they know what is going on down there with this severe thunderstorm that is potentially producing a tornado at this hour. And so we are going to, let me find the verbiage on this warning. I'm going to read it to you. The National Weather Service office in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning for southern Autauga County. This also includes the Prattville area. So you folks in Prattville and Montgomery, you should be in your safe place immediately. Also, northern Lowndes County in south central Alabama, northwestern Montgomery County in south central Alabama. At 4:13 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Benton or 9 miles northwest of Moses, moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. Let's see if we can get you some more information on this. Locations impacted include Montgomery, Autaugaville, Whitehall, Lounsboro, Benton, Hunter, Hyundai Motors of Alabama, Alabama State University, Auburn University out there on East Montgomery, Hope Hull, Woodcrest, Danley Field, Maxwell Air Force Base, Snowden, Montgomery Riverwalk Stadium, Pinedale, Pentlala, Alabama State Capitol, and a couple of other little small locations there. But take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors or in a mobile home or a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Once again, a tornado warning has now been issued for southern Autauga and northwestern Montgomery County of central Alabama. So that means you folks in Prattville and out there on the northern bypass, that stretch of I-65 between Prattville and North Montgomery, you need to be going to your safe place immediately. You folks who are watching us up in East Alabama and West Georgia, hang in there. We're going to get to you in just a few moments, but this is the most significant weather in the state of Alabama at this hour, and we always go to where the life-threatening weather is taking place. So we're going to spend a few minutes talking about this possible tornado. I mean, very good-looking cell here. We have the heaviest storms there about to move into West Prattville. You have your inflow notch coming up from the south up through Lounsboro, and it's feeding this storm very well. I'd put the tornado somewhere probably just south of Autaugaville. That's a lot of farmland there, very close to the Alabama River. as it moves off to the east. I want to switch over and take a look at the base velocity. Yeah, no question. So Whitehall, I would put that tornado in the vicinity of Whitehall if there is one. Understand, this is radar indicated. The polygon actually does not go as north as Prattville. It's just south of Prattville, but you're close enough. Otagoville and Prattville, you guys are both close enough for possible effects from this storm, so you're going to want to take cover. If you're in Montgomery proper, and that includes East Montgomery, you need to be in your safe place. This storm is moving to the east, and it's moving directly toward Montgomery and South Montgomery. So probably from about the eastern bypass, maybe out there around where the Montgomery Mall used to be, and then south, down to south of the city of Montgomery. You need to be in your safe place. And also Lounsboro, if there is a tornado, it just moved through Whitehall as it continues moving off to the east, southeast this afternoon. This is the first tornado warning we have received this afternoon in the state of Alabama. This is just the beginning of what could be a very, very long night for folks in Alabama and eventually in Georgia. This storm is moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour, so it's not a really fast-moving storm. So it's going to storm for quite some time there around between Prattville and Montgomery. Again, tornado warning in effect now for southern Autauga and northwestern Montgomery County, just issued by the National Weather Service for a potential tornado now just south of Otagoville, between Otagoville and Whitehall, moving off to the east at about 30 miles per hour. If you're in Montgomery proper, you from the northern bypass south, you need to be in your safe place. The sirens are going off, and they're trying to warn you to take cover. This is a mean storm that's coming in out of the west, moving east over the city of Montgomery. So let's zoom back out. I'll show you the big picture. Understand we have some issues with the radar out of Birmingham. It is inoperable. Of all days for it to go down, it went down this morning, so we're not going to be able to use the Birmingham radar to look at these storms tonight. But we do have Montgomery, and that's what we're looking at right now. And we still have Atlanta. That will help us tremendously over in East Alabama. And then we can also use the high top radar up in northeast Alabama, and we can look at things out of Columbus, Mississippi as well. But this shows you what's going on right now. We do have one strong storm in East Alabama, and this one is going to be just northeast of Talladega, and it's moving off to the northeast at about 63 miles per hour. So it's moving on pretty good. We do not have any warnings on that particular storm. We do have a tornado watch that's in effect for all of East Alabama, with the exception of the easternmost counties. Cleburne, Randolph, Chambers, and Lee are not included in the tornado watch at this moment, but that could change at any moment. We've got something new, a new advisory coming in. Let's see if we can get back over to the National Weather Service and see what that is. Bear with me just a second. See what that is. That was a continuation of the tornado watch, I think. We do have some more information on the tornado warning. I believe they just extended the tornado watch also into Lee and Chambers. Yes. All right. So the tornado watch has now been extended further east to include Chambers and Lee. That's what that alert was. It does not include Randolph or Cleburne, and it does not go into Georgia just yet. But again, tornado watch now has been extended into Chambers and Lee. Also, Weather Service is telling us that the core is increasing over the Alabama River on the Autauga-Montgomery storm. So we'll continue to watch that, and we're going to keep an eye on that storm up there just northeast of Talladega. Right now, that one doesn't have a tornadic look to it, but there is some hail and heavy lightning involved in that one. Let's go back down to our tornado-warned storm. We've got a mesoscale detection. We have got a TVS signature on this one. That's pretty significant, folks. If I had to bet money on it, I would say we've got a tornado on the ground right here. Now, this is going to be right along the Alabama River, right along the Autauga County, Montgomery County line. We'll get you in here just as tight as we can. And I'd put that potential tornado right in this area. It's going to be north of Highway 80 and just to the south and southeast of Autaugaville, right on the Autauga County, Montgomery County line. And it is moving to the east, maybe a little bit to the south of due east. It's going to move directly over the city of Montgomery. So if you've got anybody down there, they need to take cover, as this is a mean-looking storm. Going to switch back over to the velocity on this. You see that little circle there on the screen, maybe just a little bit to the right of that. That's where I would put the center of circulation on this possible tornado, but I got to tell you, that's a good-looking storm. If you know anybody who lives in Montgomery, you want to be on the phone with them, you want to be texting them or calling them and advise them to take cover on this storm. Without question, this is the most life-threatening situation we've got ongoing right now in the state of Alabama. This is the first tornado warning of the afternoon in what may be a long evening for a lot of us across Alabama and eventually in Georgia. You're looking at a tornado-warned storm that is straddling the Montgomery-Autauga County line and moving to the east at around 30 to 40 miles per hour. Zoom out and give you the big look. We're looking at this from the Montgomery radar because Birmingham radar is inoperable this afternoon, so we'll be watching most of East Alabama either from Montgomery or Atlanta as the evening goes along. We do have one other strong storm that's in East Alabama. It's just to the northeast of Talladega, and it's moving northeast. It may clip the northern parts of Carroll County, maybe from Carroll to north. It'll move across Cleburne. It's going to move pretty well parallel to I-20. There is some small hail and gusty wind, thunder and lightning involved in it, but right now it is below severe limits, and there are no tornado indicators in that particular storm. The only storm we've got out there right now in the entire state that bears watching very closely is going to be this storm that's moving into Montgomery. If you're in this area, if you're inside that red polygon there, you should be in your safe place. That would be from the north side of Montgomery all the way down south of Montgomery. And you should be in your safe place. You want to go to a basement if you have one, preferably. If not, then you want to be in the center of the lowest floor in your home, preferably in a hallway or bathroom, closet. And you want to make sure you take items in there with you to help cover yourself up. And that could be a pillow, blanket, multiple different ways you can do that. And go to your safe place if you're in the city of Montgomery. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect until 5 p.m. for southeastern Autauga, southeastern Elmore, northeastern Lowndes, and northern Montgomery. And then, of course, the part of the storm that's being warned for the tornado as well. So basically what we got going on here, we have a very large thunderstorm. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing. The entire thunderstorm stretches from north of Millbrook down through Prattville and then all the way down to about Whitehall down in Lowndes County. It's a very, very big thunderstorm. So the northern end of it, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. And then right around the southwest flank, we have a tornado warning that has now been issued. And that's the part of the storm that's going to move directly over Montgomery. I mean, we got a tornado vortex signature now of about 11. That's 106 knots, low level. That is pretty significant. As a matter of fact, let's go take a look at a couple of other products here. That's kind of noisy. Looking to see if we had a debris signature. Yeah, there's your tornado right there. Right there. And that's now just to the southwest of Prattville, maybe 10 miles southwest of Prattville. Yeah, 7.7 miles southwest of Prattville. And it's moving to the east. So the actual tornado part of this storm will not move over the city of Prattville or Millbrook, but it is poised to move directly over Montgomery. So we're getting reports of a rotating wall cloud around Union Street on I-65 in Montgomery. Occasionally, I do pause because I'm looking at multiple different things at one time. So just bear with me. Again, if you're just joining us, it is 4:38 p.m. Central, 5:38 p.m. Eastern, and we are focusing on a life-threatening situation unfolding in Montgomery, Alabama. This is a tornado-warned thunderstorm that is setting about 7 miles southwest of Prattville, moving to the east. It's moving toward the city of Montgomery. If you're in Montgomery, and then just south of Montgomery, maybe, you need to be in your safe place. So there's your tornado, we believe. I think it's going to be right in there. And with this latest volume scan update, it looks like the actual tornado part of this may actually run really close to Danley Field in Montgomery and move to the south of the city. I mean, that's not good for those of you who live on the south side of Montgomery, but it's better than it moving directly over downtown Montgomery. The population is not quite as significant south of Montgomery as it would be right over downtown. So it looks like this is going to probably move very close to the Highway 31, Highway 80 bypass that goes around the southern end of Montgomery. And it's moving to the east. Put your tornado right there. And movement is going to be in this general direction. Really got some nasty looking weather out there around Danley Airport, which is out there just to the southwest of Montgomery, out there on 80. We've got some lowering clouds, I'm sure. And this thing looks rough, and we're getting reports of rotating wall cloud moving into the west side of Montgomery now. We're also getting a special weather statement for Cleburne County. That's for that storm moving out of Talladega County. That's a special weather statement for Cleburne County. And let me go back to reflectivity. That's just a nasty-looking storm down there around Montgomery. We'll zoom out and we'll go back up to the Cleburne storm. And you can see that special weather statement right there. That's that brown box. Look at the legend over here on the right-hand side of the screen. It'll match the colors of these polygons as they pop up. So you got a special weather statement now for Cleburne County. And I'll read this to you. A strong thunderstorm will impact southeastern Cleburne County through about 5:15 p.m. At 4:42 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm near Heflin, moving to the east at around 60 miles per hour. Hazard will be wind gusts of 40 miles per hour and pea-sized hail. So you folks over in Carroll County, it's not going to take very long for this storm to make it over into your neck of the woods. So if you're up there around Kansas, north of Bowden, up there along the I-20 corridor, I think this is going to end up just hugging I-20 all the way into Georgia, probably end up somewhere around Bremen in probably less than an hour, about 45 minutes from now. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 5 p.m. this evening for southern Autauga, southeastern Elmore, northeastern Lowndes, and northeastern Montgomery County. And that's a severe thunderstorm warning with a possible tornado. Again, I'll zoom back out and give you the big picture. The only storm we have in East Alabama of concern is that one coming into Cleburne County. It's going to run right along I-20. You folks down here in Clay, Randolph, Chambers, Tallapoosa, not a whole lot going on there. Southern Autauga, southern Elmore, Montgomery is having to deal with this strong thunderstorm moving over the capital city. Weather Service in Birmingham. Let me get back over there where I can see that screen. Let's see. All right, so the storm is over the I-65, I-185 junction. That's right downtown Montgomery, and I'm looking at a camera, and I can tell you, massive wind and very, very heavy rainfall. And so they're about to pull Autauga and Lowndes from the warning, from the tornado warning part of this. And they're asking folks on in the National Weather Service chat room to report any damages that anybody knows about. So they're trying to confirm. Cantlou Road there in Montgomery. Montgomery County Sheriff's Dispatch was reporting, I think they're reporting a wall cloud. The tornado warning for southeastern Autauga and northeastern Lowndes County is canceled. The tornado warning continues until 5:15 for northeastern Montgomery County. The hail signature has ramped back down in the last scan. That's a good sign. You folks who are stressing out, don't do that to yourself. I know weather anxiety is a real thing. That's got a lot to do with why we're here and why we've been doing this for going on 10 years now. We've been live with you here on Dr. Don's Weather. I understand the anxiety. I know a lot of you suffer from it, but you got to understand, you're doing the right thing. You're as safe as you can be. You're watching. You're being weather aware. If anything pops across East Alabama to West Georgia, even Central Alabama, we're going to tell you about it. You'll have plenty of heads up. You'll be able to go to your safe place, and that is the best plan during times of severe weather. So we're going to talk you through it. You know, we're going to be here with you all night long if need be. So just let that anxiety come down a little bit. There's no severe weather anywhere remotely close to East Alabama right now. This storm in Montgomery, yes, it is severe, and yes, it's a bad-looking storm, and I think there's a very good chance that at least at one point we did have a tornado, if we still don't have one. And but that's not going to move into most of our coverage area. This is poised to end up over in the Columbus area if it holds together. I mean, there's a chance that southern Lee County could have to deal with this, but this is probably going to be more of a South Columbus storm if it holds together that long. Now, we do have more storms back off to the west that we're going to be tracking throughout the night, but right now, there's nothing bearing down on East Alabama or West Georgia. And I guess AlDOT's server has crashed on their cameras because I can't get anything to pull up. But I can tell you, it is coming a major storm in downtown Montgomery. I'm looking at the Capitol building right now, and it's just almost continuous lightning. And this camera I'm looking at is literally right across the street from the Capitol, and you can barely see it because the rain is so intense. Yeah, thank you, Bubba, because they will be in line for this if it holds together. at least the northern part of Bullitt County anyway. Is Remy in here? She needs to put extra glue on them lashes. I don't see her. She must not be in here just yet. She was a little late to the party last night. Huh. I don't see any of her comments. But hello, Remy, if you're in here. We're just getting started. All right, Birmingham's telling us 1/4 mile visibility. It's unreal. And now it's raining so hard, I cannot see the Capitol in this one camera I'm looking at. And I wish I could show it to you, but it's copyrighted video. People get real upset when you show their video feed. So I can't show it to you, but I can tell you. It's coming hurricane weather in downtown Montgomery right now. And we told you going into this that these storms tonight, this evening into the overnight, are going to be very proficient in rain production, and we're talking copious amounts of rain. I mean, just judging off what I'm looking at on that storm in Montgomery, because it's a slow mover. It's only moving at about 30 miles per hour. Not going to surprise me at all if they don't end up with at least an inch of rain with this one thunderstorm, and they will have multiple before the night's over with. I mean, it is raining so hard you wouldn't believe it. And that's going to be the case. Now, not everybody's going to get that, but where these storms track and we start to get that training effect going where we're getting storm after storm after storm that tracks over the same location. Some locations could come out of this with 4 or 5 inches of rain before all of this is swept out of here by early tomorrow morning. Hey, Amanda, you're in Montgomery right now? Well, you got a good one going on. Oh, Remy was busy tying down the trampoline, which is the Alabama state bird. She's in here now. And she used the extra strength Gorilla Glue on the lashes. All right, so the Weather Service is about to issue a new downstream warning for Montgomery County. I think it's going to be a severe thunderstorm warning with a possible tornado tag. And that's probably going to be downstream, meaning probably not all the way into Union Springs, but relatively close. It should show up shortly. Again, looking back up East Alabama, we have that strong thunderstorm up in Cleburne County that's running right along I-20. That's headed toward Bremen, maybe North Carroll County. We'll get some of that. It's a special weather statement We could see wind gust up to 40 miles per hour, maybe quarter-sized hail. And it's in effect until 5:15. So there comes the new warning for Montgomery, and this is going to be a tornado warning, radar indicated, and it remains in effect for another 15 minutes for west central Montgomery County. So they kept it in Montgomery County on the warning on the tornado part, but they also have issued a severe thunderstorm warning. And this is going to be for Bullock, Elmore, Macon, and Montgomery. So a much larger area now has a severe thunderstorm warning. Bullock, Elmore, Macon, and Montgomery. And then that small red polygon that you see is the continuation of the earlier tornado warning, and that's going to be valid until 5:15. So the severe thunderstorm warning gets right there, extends all the way out to the west side of Union Springs. Doesn't cover the entire town. And this is way out of our typical coverage area, but we do pay attention to central Alabama. And this is a pretty significant event that's underway, and we don't have anything up here in East Alabama, so that's why we're spending so much time talking about it. And, folks, I got to tell you, I still cannot see the Capitol on this camera. And this has been going on now for at least 7 or 8 minutes. It's raining so hard in downtown Montgomery, I cannot see the Capitol building from a camera that's less than a quarter of a mile away. So if this type of rain shows up in your community before the night is over with, number one, you're going to have hydroplaning. You're going to have flash flooding. Even though we're in a drought, that kind of rain won't soak into the ground. It'll run straight off. It'll pile up on the pavement and concrete. There's nowhere for it to go. It's raining so hard, it cannot drain off quickly. So it doesn't take, just 5 minutes of this kind of rain in places you never thought could flood will flood. And we're watching this camera, and it's just amazing to me that we still cannot see the Capitol on this camera. Yeah, I'm just reading some information the Weather Service just sent out. It gets kind of technical, but I think it's worth me reading it to you. Radar shows an organized convective line with embedded intense cells now surging east across south central Alabama, including a particularly vigorous cluster with heavy rainfall and frequent lightning moving through the Montgomery, Prattville, Selma area. Moderate instability with MLK at about 1,500 to 2,500 joules persist in the warm sector, supported by ongoing steep mid-level lapse rates, and that is aiding storm maintenance and forward propagation. And it goes on to talk about the steering winds aloft, and then it gets into a resolution that we think is going to be more of a damaging straight line wind event and flooding. We keep falling back on that flooding. And what's happening in Montgomery as I speak is exactly why. We've been talking about this now for about 24 hours. We felt like that there was a decent chance that flooding may end up being the biggest issue for some areas tonight. And I think we're seeing that happen in Montgomery. There could definitely be some damage from some wind as this storm moved through, but the low level, there's no shear at the lower levels. So while I think we did have, or maybe still do, have a good rotating storm that's certainly capable of producing a funnel cloud, I'm not sure it ever made it to the ground. At least I hope it hasn't. And I think we just lost the level 2 radar. There we go. We got it back. But all of these storms, where you see that, even the small areas where you see the reds and the orange, that is extremely heavy rainfall. And get this. Let me motion this up right quick. Yeah, I want you to look over here on Highway 80. We have yet another thunderstorm cluster that could potentially move, if not directly over Montgomery, maybe just a little bit north of Montgomery in about an hour. So if you picked up an inch of rain on this storm, and I'm just now beginning to be able to make out the capital on this camera I'm looking at. So what is that, 10 minutes, maybe a little longer? The capital was completely out of view on this camera. It was raining so hard. So the rain is slowly beginning to let up just a little bit. But these storms are moving so slow, those areas that get this kind of rain, flooding is going to definitely be an issue, and there may be more coming right behind it. I think definitely in the Prattville area, if not Montgomery as well. This cluster out here on 80 is going to move very close to the same area. And then all of these little bitty red spots you see up here to the north, that's very heavy rainfall as well. We seem to have maybe a convergence line taking place down here along 80. That's where the storms are really blowing up good. Another severe thunderstorm warning coming in at 5:03 p.m. until 5:45 p.m. And this is going to be Bullock, Elmore, Macon, and Montgomery counties. And they're about to upgrade to a tornado warning, we're told. And we have lost our warning polygons for some reason. RAM usage critically high. I don't know what that means. All right, we're going to restart. Here comes the new tornado warning. This is going to be for Bullock, Macon, and Montgomery. That's going to be the same storm that just came through downtown Montgomery, and they're extending the tornado warning further to the east. This is going to be south of the I-85 corridor by several miles, even though East Montgomery, you just caught the brunt of this thing. The tornado part is going to be out there where 231 cuts off of the 80 and goes to the southeast in that general vicinity. Okay, we got our warnings back. So this is a new tornado warning now, and it does include Union Springs, so it goes out much further than the original one did. So if you know someone who lives down there in Union Springs or anywhere between Union Springs and southwest Montgomery, you want to call them and make sure they're aware of what's going on. And the storm has taken a little bit of a turn to the right. That's another indication that we may have an active tornado in this storm. Oftentimes, you'll see supercell thunderstorms take a right-hand turn if there is strong rotation involved in the storm. I would put the circulation in this area here. Anyway, there you are. If you're just joining us, we are watching a storm that's moving through Montgomery that has just dropped copious amounts of rain. I'm thinking we may have well over an inch of rain in Montgomery now, maybe approaching 2 inches from this one thunderstorm. Nothing else of any great significance happening across the state right now. We'll zoom out and you can kind of see that our Cleburne County special weather statement has been canceled, and that storm has moved into Georgia, right there along the I-20 corridor, right along the Alabama-Georgia state line. It's headed toward Bremen and Villa Rica, just catching the extreme northern part of Carroll County. It is well below severe limits. And I think the next storm to watch in Alabama is going to be that one. These are our two big ones right now. And when I put this in motion, you can kind of get a sense of their direction. This tornado-warned storm coming out of Montgomery has taken a little bit of a right-hand turn. The storm's now just west of Selma. We're moving in this direction. But if you'll notice, this is the tornado-warned storm through Montgomery. Watch it when the loop starts over. It starts in this exact same spot as this second one. So we've got training taking place here. And if this storm moves over Montgomery, we may see the riverboat floating down downtown Montgomery. I mean, seriously, Court Street. And if you just joined us as well, new tornado watch now does include all the way over to the Georgia state line in East Alabama, with the exception of Randolph and Cleburne. Kind of interesting that those two counties have not been added to the watch. I mean, there's nothing in your general area right now to be concerned about. But you'll notice it goes all the way to the Georgia state line to your north, and it goes all the way to the Georgia state line to your south. So I'm just curious as to why they did not add Cleburne and Randolph in that last extension, but they did not. I think there's a decent chance they will before the night's over with. So again, the only two storms of concern right now is the Montgomery storm and the Selma storm. And we're going to back out of our coverage because we could end up being here with you most of the night. So we like to take those little breaks whenever we can. And let me jump over to the composite because I see some stuff popping up over there in Louisiana too. Now you can see the big picture. And it's notable that we have storms stretching all the way back to the Texas, Louisiana state line, and even further than that, really, all the way back into southern Texas. And all of that's got to move through here tonight. So it's going to be potentially a very, very, very long night here on Dr. Don's Weather. So we're going to step aside and continue to watch this offline. And if we feel like we need to come back, we will. This, of course, all of this is in the Montgomery television market, and they are covering this very well. If it starts to affect any of our East Alabama counties, then I'll be right back, obviously, and I'll continue with coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you back in here. I know we'll be back. I just don't know exactly when. As soon as we feel like it's necessary, we'll be right here with you on Dr. Don's Weather. We appreciate you joining us with live severe weather coverage. Understand that you can go over to Dr. Don's Weather 24 forever and continue watching this radar. This thing's available for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It rotates between the radar and the 6-day forecast. So that's available to you anytime. All you have to do is go to drdonwx.com. You'll find it right there on the home page. That's drdonwx.com. I'll see you back in here shortly as we continue with our coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Thanks for joining us.